McKayla Maroney wowed gymnastics fans every time she took flight from the vault, but her stellar athletic career was brief. How did she get there, and what did she do when gymnastics were no longer an option? McKayla Maroney was born on December 9, 1995. The Long Beach, California native became interested in gymnastics as a toddler, thanks in part to her obsession with the movie Tarzan. In a 2014 interview with the Los Angeles Times, her mother, Erin Maroney, said McKayla wouldn't stop imitating Tarzan by walking on all fours, sharing, "We'd be in the grocery store and I'd be asking her to walk upright, please."
I think that's what made my shoulders strong enough to block on vault or something, because I didn't walk on 2 feet for 2 years.
When McKayla was 18 months old, Erin started bringing her to Mommy and Me classes. In a May 2021 tweet, she recalled how much fun she had in those early days, writing, "The gym is like this huge playground. You bounce on trampolines, swing on ropes, and play in pits."
It was never them putting me in it. I always wanted to be in the gym. It wasn't them saying, "Okay, McKayla, get up, you have to go to gym."
By the time McKayla was 2, she was learning the skills that would help her become an Olympic champ. When Maroney was training at Gym Max Academy of Gymnastics in Costa Mesa, California, she met her BFF and future Fierce 5 teammate, McKayla Ross. In a 2013 USA Gymnastics interview, she explained, "We were carpool buddies." However, they wouldn't remain gym mates. In 2009, Maroney transferred to the All Olympia Gymnastics Center, where she trained with coaches Artur Akopian and Galina Marinova. Maroney told Inside Gymnastics magazine that Ross played a pivotal role in her decision when she made the national team and was traveling with one of their coaches. This meant Maroney wasn't getting the amount of coaching she needed.
I needed somebody really hard and really strict to be like, "Girl, you have some work to do."
In a 2021 tweet, she recalled that time, writing, "It was move gyms or become an ice skater because I was really about to quit. I was balking on all my skills and felt depressed with how stagnant things got." Switching gyms paid off for Maroney in a big way. She was excelling in competition, but one particular success made her realize the Olympics were within reach. Her first place finish in vault at the 2011 World Championships in Tokyo. She told Inside Gymnastics, "That was the moment that I was like, this is gonna become my dream, and I'm gonna make it reality." After the event, she got a little helpful advice from a former Olympian. Maroney confided to USA Gymnastics, "It feels amazing to be the best vaulter in the world. Alicia Sacramone told me to be aggressive, and that's what I tried to do."
I really would like to do a triple.
Maroney told the Los Angeles Times that her teammates poked fun at her facial expressions as she stood on the podium with her gold medal around her neck, sharing, "They said I wasn't smiling. I think I was smiling. I felt like I was smiling. I don't know. It is just so great." Little did she know that the whole world would be talking about her face just a few months later. But before she became an Olympic meme, she had to make it through the US Olympic trials. Maroney's journey to the 2012 Olympics in London was far from easy. Less than a month before the US Olympic trials, she suffered a nasal fracture and a concussion during warm-ups at the Visa Championships. She was cleared to compete in the trials, where her high-scoring vault secured her spot on the US women's gymnastics team. The other gymnasts who'd be joining her in London were her childhood friend, McKayla Ross, as well as Allie Raisman, Gabby Douglas, and Jordan Weaver. By the time they got there, Maroney had a broken big toe, but she told the New York Times, "I've worked so hard to be here. I can ignore the pain." She did exactly that, and the vault she called godly in an interview with Inside Gymnastics magazine helped the team bring home the gold in the team all-around competition. However, when she got her shot at an individual medal in her best event, she failed to stick her landing and finished second. On the podium, she scrunched her lips to the side and launched a million memes, along with the McKayla Maroney is not impressed Tumblr page. The explanation for her annoyed expression was simple. She was disappointed in herself. Like she told Inside Gymnastics, "At the end of the day, I was sad. I was upset, and I was not impressed." After the Olympics, Maroney got to make her unimpressed face with President Obama and rubbed elbows with celebrities at the VMAs.
And I'm finally impressed.
But while touring with her teammates in September 2012, she fractured her tibia and had to have surgery. But that didn't stop her. After recovering, she went on to win gold in the vault at the 2013 World Championships in Antwerp, Belgium. Then, just weeks later, Maroney found herself sidelined due to an avulsion fracture to her right patella. While recovering, she appeared on Bones as a murder suspect who also happened to be a gymnast. It wasn't her first role.
Everyone thinks that I let Amanda fall on purpose because I wanted to be ranked first, but she over-rotated on a double pike. I couldn't push her out of it in time.
Before Bones, she had a recurring role on Heart of Dixie. Maroney told Inside Gymnastics that she'd wanted to act since she was a child, but her sport just demanded too much of her time. Maroney had originally hoped to be on the team for the 2016 Olympics in Rio de Janeiro. However, there would be no road to redemption for the brilliant vaulter. While she made her airborne twisting and spinning look effortless, the sport had taken a toll on her body. In February 2016, she told Gymnastic that her days of competing were behind her, but refused to say she was retiring. Instead, she endorsed a tweet that read, "Can we just say she's evolving because it makes her sound like a Pokemon, and I like it." Maroney told Gymnastic that she began suffering from burnout at the gym in October, saying, "I was so unhealthy and tired that I couldn't get out of bed. I was just holding on to that hope that I was going to make the Olympics, and I wanted to make it so bad. But eventually, you move on, and that's okay." Luckily, Maroney had another pursuit she was passionate about. She told Us Weekly she wanted to create, quote, vulnerable pop music, and told 17, "I have some demos done, and I'm going to be showing them to some bigger people in the industry, and we'll see where that takes me." In May 2017, Maroney shocked some of her Instagram followers by sharing a now-deleted video of herself dancing in a black thong. She advised critics of the post to quit following her, and she had another message for them on X, posting, "Hey, I'm just doing me. If you want me to be a role model so bad, get inspired by how I give zero and go do you." A month later, Hollywood Life reported that she showed off a few more of her moves on her Instagram stories while teasing a cameo in a Wade Hampton music video. Maroney's new image ditched the slicked-back ponytails with scrunchies and added more makeup. She revealed to 17 that some fans were thrown off when they saw her rocking overlined lips and eyelash extensions, saying, "I don't mean to freak anybody out. At the end of the day, I have changed. I can't blame anybody for saying, 'Oh, she changed,' because I have."
People said that you did something to your lips. Let's set the record straight.
Basically, I'm wearing lip liner.
She credited her friend and beauty vlogger, Alexa Losi, for helping her get more into makeup. Experimenting with cosmetics made her look so different that some fans were convinced she'd undergone a cosmetic procedure. However, she denied speculation that she'd gotten lip injections. Maroney first revealed that she was one of Dr. Larry Nassar's hundreds of sexual abuse victims in a 2017 X post. She accused the former USA Gymnastics national team doctor of molesting her under the guise of performing a, quote, medically necessary treatment that he had been performing on patients for over 30 years. The following year, she spoke to Dateline about her horrifying experience. She revealed that the abuse started in 2011, the very first time Nassar examined her, and happened hundreds of times after that. And at the World Championships in Tokyo, his behavior escalated to the point that she feared for her life. Maroney shared, "I thought I was going to die. I didn't feel like it was him anymore. It was this other thing that took over." Maroney learned from teammates Ali Raisman and Jordan Weber that Nassar was also molesting them, but it wasn't until 2015 that USA Gymnastics became aware of what was going on and sent a consultant to talk to Maroney about the abuse. By that point, she said she was suicidal. In January 2018, her impact statement was read at Nassar's sentencing hearing. She described him as a monster of a human being and went on to say, "He needs to be behind bars so he will never prey upon another child." On January 24, 2018, Nassar was sentenced to 40 to 175 years in prison. In January 2019, Maroney took to X to share the tragic news that her father, Mike Maroney, had passed away at the age of 59, posting, "Love you, Dad. I can't believe it's real. I don't want to. I'll miss you forever. Rest in peace. You were the most incredible dad." A year later, she used her Instagram stories to reveal his cause of death. Maroney shared that her dad had informed the family that he was addicted to pain pills and was going to try to kick the habit on his own while staying at a hotel. She went on to explain, "He could have just gone to a rehab place and done it right. He didn't, and he passed away." In a post on her health and wellness Instagram page, McKayla revealed that she was at a true low point in her life when her dad died, and not just because she lost a loved one. She admitted that she'd been isolating herself and rarely leaving the house. The prospect of attending her father's funeral made her do something dangerous. She posted, "I then fasted, starved myself for 10 days to be skinny enough for his funeral. I almost didn't want to go, just because of how I looked." She credited a binge eating course with preventing her from engaging in such behavior again. In 2020, Maroney discovered her musical muse, the COVID-19 pandemic. She tried her hand at rapping in COVID lockdown, which featured hip-hop artist Jig LaFrost singing "Icing on the Cake," "Gaining Weight," "COVID Lockdown," "I Don't Want to Wait." She went on to complain about a host of other pandemic problems, like having to stand 6 feet away from other people and missing her bae. Maroney tweeted that the song was meant to be funny, but suggested that it was just what the overworked doctor ordered, posting, "We could all use a laugh right now." In another tweet, she updated her fans on what she was doing to keep herself busy during lockdown, including taking singing lessons, cleaning, sunbathing, working out, and planning her next music moves. She offered some sage advice, posting, Distraction is powerful. Find a way to turn this time into a blessing in disguise. In 2021, McKayla Maroney made a gymnastics comeback of sorts by appearing in a comedic Geico ad. She was also hospitalized again, and this time it had nothing to do with gymnastics. Maroney used her Instagram stories to document a trip to the ER for vomiting and abdominal pain. The cause was kidney stones, and the subsequent surgery caused an infection due to a temporary stent. Maroney shared, "The morning before removal, I started feeling so sick, I passed out and hit my head on the corner of my bedroom wall." Luckily, Maroney fully recovered from her ordeal and teased a big new project when she returned to social media, a book about her life, writing, "I'm extremely excited to share my story and all the things I learned from being an elite gymnast. It felt too hard to write about before, but I'm ready now." She had endured a lot of pain and sacrificed a great deal to win the silver Olympic medal, which she has now embraced. Maroney told Inside Gymnastics, "I am the person I am today because of that fall, and if you ask me if I could go back and win a gold, I would say, no thank you. I love my silver medal." Maroney's fight to shed light on the suffering she endured during her gymnastics career didn't end after Larry Nassar went to prison.
And you are nothing.
In September 2021, she joined her former teammates Aly Raisman and Simone Biles in testifying before the Senate Judiciary Committee to demand accountability from the FBI for the agency's missteps while investigating sexual abuse claims against the gymnast's former team doctor. In her opening statement, McKayla claimed that the FBI had lied about what she told the agents who interviewed her. She also accused the agency of causing further trauma to Nassar's victims by shielding the abuser.
"I am tired of waiting for people to do the right thing because my abuse was enough, and we deserve justice."
Maroney addressed what she viewed as the failures of the USA Gymnastics and the US Olympic and Paralympic Committee as well, accusing the organizations of conspiring with the FBI to cover up Nassar's crimes.
"They asked if this treatment ever helped me. I said no, it never did."
After her testimony, Maroney posted some photos on Instagram from a trip to DC that was far different from her 2012 White House visit with the Fierce Five. This time, she and her teammates weren't there to celebrate being victorious representatives of their country. Instead, they were now visiting as courageous survivors of their country's failed systems. However, the women's deep camaraderie was evident in pictures, as Maroney held hands with Biles and hugged Raisman. Maroney wrote, "Life is always changing, but this bond is forever." In December 2021, the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Committee and USA Gymnastics agreed to pay $380 million to settle hundreds of civil lawsuits filed by Larry Nassar's victims. The following year, Maroney and a large group of other gymnasts decided that it was time for the FBI to have its day in court.
USA Gymnastics, in concert with the FBI and the Olympic Committee, were working together to conceal that Larry Nassar was a predator.
In their civil suit against the law enforcement agency, the group demanded $1 billion in damages for allowing Nassar's abusive behavior to continue. In 2024, the Justice Department agreed to settle 139 cases for a total of $138.7 million. Also in 2021, the Daily Beast reported that Maroney was possibly a member of the Church of the Master Angels after she took a 2019 selfie while wearing a necklace from the religious organization. Members have provided testimonials claiming that the church's leader, Master John Douglas, can use the power of prayer to heal. In a since-deleted YouTube video, one member even claimed Douglas cured his HIV by seeing things about the disease, quote, that modern medicine didn't know. Naturally, Douglas and his followers have skeptics. According to cult expert Stephen Hesson, the church is a cult in the making. Maroney admitted to Elle that she had attended a few of the church's events starting in 2016 and purchased the necklace to ward off evil, adding, "But I'm not religious. I am not in a cult. None of it is true." Before her Elle interview was published, Maroney added disclaimers to captions of any Instagram photos where she was wearing the necklace. She revealed that she had thrown it away, explaining, "I thought it was angelic and of God, and spiritual protection, but I was wrong." In January 2023, Maroney appeared on Revelation Church's YouTube series Let's Talk About It with host JT Boyd, admitting,
"I fell into a cult and God's right hand was on me the entire time."
She never mentioned the Church of the Master Angels by name, but when she spoke about seeing angels and demons, she seemed to blame her former church for the latter's presence. Maroney said,
"The demons that they were having and putting in me were ruining my life."
Maroney credited some intensive Bible study with setting her straight and believed she'd found a more suitable place of worship at Revelation. When Boyd joked that some people think Revelation Church is a cult, she seemed stunned. However, the church's leader, Prophet Lovi Elias, does have some things in common with the man who previously got Maroney involved in what she described as witchcraft. On his YouTube page, Elias can also be seen practicing faith healing. In one video, a wheelchair-ridden woman with cancer gets up and dances after he says,
"You unclean spirit, depart from her."
Maroney only shared a handful of Instagram posts in 2023, including some photos that she snapped while attending the Grammy Awards that February. She revealed she was among those who found Sam Smith's musical performance unholy, posting, "Sam Smith's performance was definitely demonic, and I had to rebuke it in Jesus' name." Maroney added that she gets stressed attending events like the Grammys and suggested she didn't want to be there, confessing, "I had to be here under contract." But when she disappeared from Instagram for a few months later that year, she explained her absence was related to a physical ailment and not her mental well-being. In an October 2023 post, she explained, "I slept a total of 10 days out of 3 months. I'd like to say it was a nightmare, but you have to sleep to have nightmares." Maroney revealed that she had consulted with several doctors about what was causing her severe insomnia and was eventually diagnosed with histamine intolerance. She explained that she was having a bad reaction to foods containing large amounts of histamine, comparing her body's adverse response to being covered in mosquito bites. A dietary change helped put an end to the sleep disruption. Of her health issues, she wrote, "I just want to be normal, but it is what it is. I'm just gonna share about it and hopefully help someone." If you or anyone you know has been a victim of sexual assault, help is available. Visit the Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Network website or contact RAIN's National Helpline at 1-800-656-HOPE. That's 1-800-656-4673.